Minasan konbanwa okaeri. Good evening everybody and welcome back on iKeysRacing channel. Today from the Twin Ring Motegi or Motegi racetrack. A motorsport venue located in Motegi, Tochigi Prefecture in Japan. Nowadays it is called Mobility Resort Motegi. Originally was Twin Ring Motegi. The venue's name came from the facility having two racetracks, an oval track of 2.4 kilometers or 1.5 miles and a road course of 4.8 kilometers or 2.9 miles. It was built in 1997 by Honda Motor Company Limited as part of the company's effort to bring the championship auto racing teams series to Japan, the old kart IndyCar Championship, helping to increase their knowledge of American open wheel racing, considering also that Honda back then was the powertrain for the Chip Ganassi racing team that was racing and winning the kart championship with Alex Zanardi and Jimmy Vasser. The oval was last raced on in 2010 by the IndyCar series, and on the 1st of March 2022 the name of the track was changed to Mobility Resort Motegi, coinciding with the 25th anniversary of the facility. The road course's most notable event is the Japanese Motorcycle Grand Prix. The history of this track, despite not being so old, is absolutely stunning given the type of facility that is. It's a pity that the track has never been used for national races in Japan by Formula 1 or the WEC, for example. Nonetheless, is absolutely a stunning and modern type of venue, type of facility that, in my opinion personally, deserved to be included into this small All Japan Sports Prototype Championship, even if actually was never raced with Group C and GTP cars. We are not going to talk about the oval course because we will not use it, but about the road course. We may say that it is a unique type of circuit about sharing garage and grandstand facilities with the oval course, but being entirely separate otherwise. Although they are separated tracks, it is impossible for races to occur simultaneously on the two courses. To access the oval track, teams must cross the road course pit and front straight. The road course also runs in the opposite direction from the oval, clockwise rather than counterclockwise. The course itself is built in a stop-start straight hairpin style, which flows differently than many similar sized tracks. By Japanese standards, the circuit is exceptionally flat, with only a slight elevation rise towards the hairpin turn that we will see then together. The road course is much busier than the oval track, with Super Formula visiting twice, Super GT and Super TQ cars once each, and local events almost every weekend. The road course can be used in three ways: the full course, what we are going to use today, or two short courses that can be made using connecting roadways. These short courses are usually used for junior Formula events such as Formula 4 or FJ 1600. The road course is also a popular motorcycle racing track, with the MotoGP usually visiting once a year, as well as several Japanese national bike racing series. It has hosted the Pacific Motorcycle Grand Prix from 2000 to 2003 and the Japanese Motorcycle Grand Prix since 2004. In addition to the main racing complex, Mobility Resort Motegi features a second road course called the North Shore Course for karting and Formula 4 events, as well as a 0.2 miles, 0.4 km dirt track for modified and sprint car racing and also standard saloon racing. In addition, the FIM Trials series visit the track every year for the World Trials Championship. Therefore, an outdoor trials course exists on the facility. Outside of racing, Mobility Resort Motegi has the Honda Collection Hall, which features historic Honda racing and production cars and motorcycles, and the Honda Fan Club, which features Honda's next generation technologies such as robotics, fuel cells, vehicles and aviation. Honda also operates a technology demonstration center on the site, as well as educational centers. In 2009, a cafe opened, which was named after the Gran Turismo video games. Today we are going to see maybe lap times around the order of 1 minute and 50, considering that original LMP1 cars, LMP 900 here were running around 141, 143. Group C cars as an average are and were 10 seconds slower. So thank you and welcome back on iKeysRacing. Arigato to our Japanese friends, and luckily today we are facing another beautiful racetrack in the land of the rising sun. So welcome back and thank you for staying here and coming here. Thank you for everything you did so far. Let's go to see the qualification. We will try one single shot and then we will have 60 minutes, 1 hour race driving a beautiful car that maybe you have seen in the cover of the game, that is the Toyota TS010 of the year 1991. She screams, she is very nervous, I would say. Nonetheless, is absolutely a car to be driven today. So, welcome back again, Okaeri to you all, and let's go for another interesting and exciting race. Fine, 22 minutes left. There is a Porsche, strangely enough, on top, around 47 seconds. It's fair enough, considering that, yes, around 10 seconds slower the Group C cars compared to the LMP cars. No, more or less, it's a video game, it's not reality. And what else? I think I will be in the pack, with the usual issue with some tracks that do not have enough pit spots for all the cars. This is the car setup prepared for the qualification, page number 1 and page number 2. Let's say the only strange thing is, I don't know, very rigid at the front. Maybe we can reduce by a couple of notches the front stiffness, but just to be, I don't know, really a bit more aggressive with the front end. The rest is, as very often with formulas and prototypes, almost block at the front, a peaky front end and a more than smooth rear end. Another thing is the differential. For what I've seen here, is okay to use 50% in both cases for powering and coasting actions, and let's see what we can achieve. As a sort of benchmark, the Toyota TS010 quicker here is P17 with Jan Lammers. So let's keep in our mind this 150.6. Fine, welcome on board. Let's go to warm-up tires, and have a look at this beauty. Okay, let's leave other Toyota maybe pass, yes. I hope to not screw up the lap time of anybody. This is the longest straight of the two available. Maybe one were to pass a bit. Last chicane. Oops, also missed the third gear for the first. It's a twisty racetrack, a lot of moments where you go flat out on straights, but then you have to cope with second and third gear corners. The car is very physical, I would say. Tends to become oversteering in a moment, so it's all a game of racing line and control with the throttle. But obviously the engine is very reactive, very squeezed in his work, if I can say so. Here we are. Last straight, back straight. Okay. Oops, almost lost the rear end. Lost a bit. Almost touching the throttle. Almost every corner is approached with a 100 meters braking zone. Apart from a couple of hairpins. And if you played Gran Turismo, you know very well the racetrack. Oops. It was a P24, definitely a pity. And I've missed also the first braking zone, so now I don't know if I will succeed to go slowly, save fuel for another lap, but definitely I am missing 1 second of performance. So let's see if we can crawl to the end and have another go. Okay, second gear, we retry. We have a train in front. I don't know if the fuel will be enough. Let's just see. Split section of the lap time. A bit wide. Two liters. I think we are done. And anyway, I was 91 hundredths slower than before. Let's see the second split time, but we have finished the fuel. Yes, we are done. Anyway, was a tentative just to understand if the car was working well or not. I will never know, and maybe this is a karma alert for the race, so I accept it as it is. We will see during the race day. Okay, accepting the poor qualification time, I think I said we may reduce by 1 second the current position, but it's okay to go this way. Let's finish the session and let's concentrate on the race once everybody will be back in pit lane. So we stop the quali session. As said, we see a bad starting position, one of the few Nissan available today given the current classification where Nissan is dominating the field, is anyway on top. Bailey Blandel on pole position, Krosnov Martini Jaguar, P3 Bell Redman Porsche 962C, I don't remember if it was the Takefuji Chopin Racing Team. The first Toyota is a 92CV with Sequoia Raffanello at the wheel, Giacomelli Larrauri with the Leighton House Porsche 962CK6, Gartner Takahashi another Porsche, not bad the German cars here today, Krosnov Widler, Nissan R91CK, Toyota 92CV P8 Anscar Fuchs, Asemi Suzuki with the other Nissan, and P10 Lammers Palmer Porsche 956 GTI, that is the Richard Lloyd Racing. I don't remember if it is the Canon sponsored or the pink one, whatever. The first Toyota TS010 is P18 Christensen 15302, then 150.7 Pierre-Henri Raffanel, and then Lammers Wallace 151, Raffanel Sequoia 151. So at least we did beat 2 Toyotas out of 4 as same model type of contenders, if you allow me to say so. But anyway, let's go with this figure. I am okay with the behavior of the car at least. 1 hour race will be not 105 laps. I reload the car setup. I don't remember if I have saved it. Yes, the old version, so we go up in liters up to 100. 20 laps, 32 minutes, so maybe we will do 1 stop. What else? Nothing. I would keep the front end as it is, a bit smoother, sounds decent, and let's go to race. Wish me luck. 60 minutes of the Motegi Twin Ring. And we are going to have Jeff Krosnov. Ciao Jeff. the Nissan NP35 on pole. Bailey Blundell second. I've not spot on the final classification of the Qualy that the pole sitter has become Krosnov. I said Bailey Blundell, then the other Krosnov together with Martini with the Jaguar XJR14, Sekija Rafanel 4th, Krosnov Vidler 5th. Then we get a Toyota Ansgar Fuchs, Azemi Suzuki 7th, Dickens Takashi 8th, Terada Yorino 9th, Herbert Vidler with the Le Mans 24 hours winning Mazda, Terada Yorino 11th, Bell Redman 12th, Giacomelli Larrauri 13th, P14 for Gardner Takahashi with the black Kenwood, Lammers Palmer with the 956 GTI Canon sponsored, P16 is Conrad Tackwell with other Kenwood sponsored Porsche, Leslie Sekija with the Toyota RC90 if I'm not wrong, Fuchs Sekija with the other Leighton House sponsored Porsche 956, Dumfries Suzuki Toyota, Swap Shop Porsche Hen Takahashi, Level Wallach P21 with Christensen Villeneuve P22, Chicage Yonei P23 followed by Jan Lammers P24, Rafael Ratzenberger 25th. The other Porsche of Bandi Roppa, another IMSA benchmark GTP car to check if lap times are compatible or not with the reality. Pierre-Henri Rafanel P27, Az 28th, Lammers Wallace 29, Rafael Sekija P30, Kennedy Johansson 31, last Salah Terada P32 with a Mazda 767 and not 787, I don't remember, sorry, my memory is very faulty. And then back to Jeff Krosnov. So back on board, few seconds before the start, last chicane of the Motegi venue. It's green flag, but we are still very far back on the starting line. Maybe some troubles here and there. Luckily, in some way I've controlled the car, and let's go at least to beat all the Toyotas TS010 today. Yes, sneak inside? No. Yes. Maybe too early with cold tires to do something stupid like I usually do. Very orthodox, but they were slowing down too much. So bad for the first lap. but I've missed again, stupid. I was looking what they were doing. I've lost the 100 meters. Road sign, stupid Marco. My goodness. Being capable to upset the car very violently. If you heard the bang, it was the TV remote control that did fall. The new position of the gear shift it's more in a perfect position because now it is like it is, so it is like in a real position of a formula or prototype car. So I'm still getting used to this new position, but the structure that okay, now I got it. But the structure I've purchased from the brand Hiking is absolutely stunning. Allows to also on a desk to properly mount a gear shifter. Here's the gear. A bit of coasting. Okay, a better line this time. Oof. Okay, at least we are at the back of Jan Lammers. That should be the best placed Toyota TS010 available today. Now let's study a bit how they behave combined together. I feel to be a bit quicker in some parts of the track. Obviously playing just when I record. Sorry. I was saying that just playing when I record episodes for our community, I don't do a lot of practice. So sometimes I learn tracks very well or in a decent way just when I play, and I've noticed that sometimes races are the best moment where I learn more and more. Obviously having a trace in front helps a bit. Obviously studying also, also the racing line of the AI is anyway absolutely a joy and a learning action that I need very much, because if you think about it, having a video game compatible with many racetracks, the turbo engines are absolutely unreachable. Once they unleash all the raw power they have, it's incredible. In front of us there is a Porsche 956 or 962. Battling with a Mazda and another Porsche. As you can see, as soon as they accelerate, they go away. Then we are maybe a bit stronger while braking because the Toyota was a monster of downforce. Can we do it? I was saying that when you have a compatible game like GTR2 or Power and Glory that gives you the flexibility to load many racetracks, many cars, many mods, many styles, many updates and so on, blah blah blah. You always drive into something new from a track point of view or a car point of view, and you have to adapt yourself as soon as possible to the new challenge, if you may want to call it. Late. Lost again the moment of braking. And if you think about it, just with GTR2 or R-Factor, you can basically play every kind of motorsport. every kind of championship, every kind of scenario, or combine more scenarios than many others. The material is all there, all available for free for the majority. On race department, esports and so on. Driving Italia if you are an Italian guy like me. Porsche did leave the Mazda a few laps ago. Now reached the black Kenwood of Gartner and Takahashi. We should be quicker. So I like the fact that if you change very often, not the game itself but the content, you have to cope with different challenges, different difficulties. You're a very slow guy. Here we are. First mistake of the day, while occupying an indecent P10 maybe. Already 24 seconds far from the leaders Bailey and Blundell, with the Nissan that is leading the championship, and the balance of presence trying to lap van Porsche retired, so we gained a position. Dickens Takahashi. So the more you drive, the more you change the content of the game you are racing and driving. You force your body and your mind to accept and adapt to the new challenge. Then obviously you make mistakes until more or less you become owner to the control more or less. Okay, P10. In this moment at least we are not the quickest on track, because the best lap time in violet top right corner is of Bella Redman. But at least we are gaining a bit of positions. As you may hear already some sections of the track posting or not using entirely the engine, the revs, the gears. And I'm sorry that with this mod, with Power and Glory to be fair, the Motec telemetry is not working, differently from GTR2 that instead it is working. I would have showed you the telemetry data, and while I make almost another mistake on the first braking zone, anyway, we just did 152.4, that actually is the quickest lap of the race. Trying to catch Gartner Takahashi, the black Porsche 956 or 962, I don't remember. Here, second and fourth, you use a bit of acceleration, but you save a bit rear tires, engine and fuel. Obviously, this type of Group C was perfect for sprint races, a bit less for endurance races. That's why they detuned the engine. But if you have the opportunity, try this Group C mode. It's free. On GTR2, Air Factor, Power and Glory works perfectly. Now there is someone that is slowing down. Let's understand why. Yes, they have troubles. Good. Drag race. Here we use the third gear. They resist. And we both pass in grass or dust, whatever. So they had a moment of troubles. While exiting corners, I'm losing too much time with them, so I must find a way to pass. Not here. They definitely struggle with yes, because they do not have the traction they had at the beginning, and the reason for coasting a bit is that I was keeping an eye on fuel consumption, it was meant to last for 36 minutes. But if you consider 3 laps, sorry, bottom left corner, sorry, one moment. Okay. Some of them are going to the pit. So we pass in P8, that will be a P6 because Bella Redman and Giacomello Larrauri pitting now. We will do it the next lap, I think. Let's try to save a bit fuel for another lap. Maybe it's not intelligent, but now the problem is the car doesn't last 46 minutes as set by the computer in the pit menu. So we book now the stop, knowing that maybe we will not arrive to the end. Just one stop, unless I start to cost a bit more, but costing a bit more will cost a few seconds here and there. But if this is the thirsty Toyota TS010, we cannot do anything more than accept its fuel consumption. So because I have already seen together with you in the past what is the meaning of playing with one lap more or not. So we can yes, do as we did in the past and just fulfill everything, hoping that will last enough. We will obviously lose some positions, and then we will have to maybe this time really crawl to the end to make the car play and be sure to, I mean, play with what is the fuel usage. Hopefully will be enough. Okay, the limiter is on. Okay. So back to P18. Now cold tires, cold brakes, Marco, remember. Take it calmly the first laps. because who will stop a second time today? Maybe we'll lose the race. These two guys are who we passed. At the beginning of the race, at least the black Kenwood Porsche was one of them. And someone touched the blue Kenwood, thank you. Let's get out of the way. Maybe I was too late, too slow. Yes, maybe we can play with third gear in the most driven part. Save a bit of fuel for the end. Except outside and inside the hairpins. I risk to not stop the car. Listen. I saved more or less 2 laps of pure racing, driving like a grandfather, whatever it takes, we will accept it. Yes, it's not drivable like in second gear, and given how efficient was the Jaguar, currently driven by Resort Motegi, I don't think they will stop a second time. So it's not with a slow pace that we will gain positions. Can just avoid to squeeze all the revs into every gear to save a bit, but lap time wise I don't know how much we can afford and accept to lose in seconds every lap. On 54 driving like alpha grandfather and alpha sim racer driver. The leaders running 155. Maybe in this point we can use the third gear, but not everywhere else. Okay, another round of pit stop. We are back in P11. Sorry, I was concentrated to count the fuel consumption at every lap to understand which could be a projection of fuel usage until the end of the race. So I may say that in 40 minutes we did the 20 laps. So in the last sorry, I go back to the beginning. In the first 40 minutes we completed 20 laps, so it's 10 laps every 20 minutes. There are 20 minutes left, so we need just 10 laps, if not 9, if I will never unlap myself. We have 13 laps of coverage in the tank, bottom left corner. So from now onwards we should be covered. We may drive like I should have done in qualifying. Unleash all the power, use all the performance of the car and see what happens. But we should be covered enough. Because at least up to P5 we should have enough time, 19 minutes, to catch all the others in front. I will coast a bit anyway. I will not use all the revs, but mainly I must drive like in qualifying, or like I should have done in qualifying. Use just the third gear here. got under crisis moment. That was not Jan Lammers. It's a P7 now. At least we can reach P6 if I do not commit craziness or mistakes. Here we are, first time with the risk of losing the car. This is Giacomelli Larrauri, yes, struggling also. Oh, too much space given. But they are fine, okay. Rosner Vidler with the Nissan on P45 maybe. He started on pole position due to the usual bug, if I haven't noticed. The pole position scored by them. They have in P11 the quickest lap of the day. Luckily I've kept the clutch down. So the car wasn't upset. So unless someone else will pit now, from now until the end, I think maybe we can reach P4. Gardner Takahashi and Krosnov Martin with the Jaguar. But I don't think we can do more than this. Yes, and maybe coming out from the previous SS in third gear helps a bit on traction, and also you don't have to change another gear for the hairpin. While Bell Redman in the lead running 1:53 if I'm not wrong. I did read for a brief moment of time the lap time of the leader. Have 3 to 4 laps again at our disposal. While tires are starting to go away in grip. So another left car, but now Resort Motegi is P3. It's our last competitor to beat for the podium, possibly. So we have 7 minutes and 30 seconds of possibilities to battle the Jaguar and beat the Jaguar. Unless we don't lose too much time with overlapped cars. But I don't think Bell Redman and Seki Arafanel are pitting now. I've seen pit for a second. It was a mistake or an error in the timetable. Well, I want to say one thing anyway. I did a miscalculation. No, there is someone in the pits because we are P3 now. So Bell and Redman were playing a gamble about staying out, scoring the best lap time. Miscalculation was also on the fuel. I think from 5 to 3 laps of coverage in a second. And running we are done, guys. We don't have enough fuel to finish the race if I go like hell. And if you remember the race at Sebring last year, the first season of Around the World in 24 hours. I didn't do a correct calculation with the Corvette GTP, and today I'm risking to do the same thing. Raced too hard in the previous laps and also making mistakes. This is Krosnov-Widler. I must let them go. Because 2 laps is exactly the amount of fuel needed to finish the race. should have waited one lap more before starting to go like hell. We pass also Gartner Takahashi. You can only defend the P5. Hoping that we'll finish very soon. There's another Toyota. Stopped, maybe without fuel. We have to pit anyway, I fear. Because in 1 minute and 50 seconds we will be back on the start-finish line. Try to be as quick as possible. But because the leaders will cross the start-finish line, few moments, but before the end of the race, unluckily we have to pit. We don't have an added lap at our disposal, so it will be just a splash and go. Never happened before, I mean, in our iKeysRacing community, but it was in the air in some races to risk to finish a race in a rush. So yes, will be just I don't know, nothing. Yes, 20 liters. It is we will lose as in Suzuki. I could have avoided to change tires also. Idiot. Second time that I do this mistake. I was thinking about the fuel and commenting the thing. If we are lucky, we will have just this lap. And then the race is over. Both tires. Race is over. P12, but the others are too far. Unless they finish the fuel now. And unless I don't finish crashing. P10 because 2 retirements at the end. 1 point for the Toyota. What a stupid. I did 2 mistakes. Starting to run as hell 1 lap prior to when I should have started to run like hell. After the pit stop, the first pit stop I mean. I should have raced calmly for 1 lap more to have the buffer of fuel for the end. And during the second pit stop I should have avoided to change tires. What a pity. What a pity, definitely. Absolutely a pity, a bad miscalculation. And also I would say a bad strategy thinking, a bad, how to call it, really, no, I'm disappointed, sorry guys, but I'm disappointed because after almost 2 years of endurance races, sprint simulating the endurance, I could have played better my cards, our cards. Maybe the car uses more fuel than reported by the computer here on the left, but still I should have learned from previous mistakes. Instead, I'm just repeating myself for the bad. So 1 single point for the car. I'm not also sure to be the first Toyota TS010 arrived at the end today. But I could have saved a few important seconds. Just imagine this way of intending race strategy. Look at the classification, we will see it together now. But yes, a P10, very bitter, because without changing tires I think we could have catched Bell Redman and Terada Iorino. 13 seconds to play with and not to be thrown away for a silly, confusing mind thinking to just do a splash and go, and then also adding the tires change that was not needed. Plus, if you remember, we came out from the pit with 4 laps covered by 20 liters. We finished the race with 1 lap covered and 5 to 6 liters in the tank. So this means that the car, driven like hell, I think uses the double of the projection of fuel. That is what put me in the condition to say I don't know the car, because I've not done more testing than this or more playing than this. But let me say that if I had known better the car, I could have found a workaround to counterbalance the thirsty car that the Toyota TS010 is. So maybe running in a not so quick but also not so slow average pace and manage much better things in 2 moments, I would say. When we were saving fuel after the first pit stop, running like a grandfather to build up a buffer to not stop a second time, and then in the second pit stop at least save 10 seconds of tires change, and maybe we could have played with the Bella Redman and Terada Iorino. I think that many of them stopped 2 times. Let's see the winner, how many times stopped. This is the first pit stop, lap 16, and then they didn't stop anymore. The second classified, Krosnov Martini with the Jaguar, stopped at lap 21, here when there is 3 minutes 19 seconds, and then never stopped. So the first 2 did just 1 stop. Krosnov Widler with the Nissan stopped at lap 15, and maybe just had troubles here at lap 22, running 10 seconds slower, but still the podium made by cars running just for 1 pit stop. Gartner Takahashi, okay, first slow lap, they stopped at lap 14, losing 3 minutes 14, never stop anymore. First 4 cars stopped once. Position number 5 for Askar Fuchs, they stop at lap 19, they didn't stop anymore. Top 5 position registered by cars doing just 1 pit stop. Les Sequia with an old Toyota 9CV stopped at lap 19 and then never stopped. So first 6 positions by cars not stopping more than once. Azemi Suzuki at lap 11 and then at lap 25. The first 6 cars stopped just once. Endurance races are sometimes like this, with a better strategy and a better control of the fuel usage. So Sequia Rafanel P1 Toyota 92 CV, Krosnov Martini Jaguar, Krosnov Widler Nissan R91 CK, Gartner Takahashi Porsche 962, then P5 Ansgar Fuchs Toyota 92 CV, P6 Les Sequia Sequia Toyota 90, P7 Azemi Suzuki Nissan R90 CP, that was the first car to do 2 pit stops, P8 Terada Iorino Mazda 787, Belle Redman Porsche 962C, P9 and P10 as with the Toyota TS010. At least we did beat Jan Lammers with the other Toyota TS010, same model, benchmark for our performances. A dramatic P24, 25 and 26th for the other models TS010, and the worst one was the Pierre-Henri Raffanel, did not finish at lap 27. So if it wasn't for the last pit stop, the last did not finish, of Bailey Blundell and Jan Lammers, I wouldn't have reached the single point awarded for the 10th position. So at least we can celebrate Toyota scoring P1, P5, P6 and P10, 4 points position. Jaguar is the only one running. Nissan did again anyway P3 and P7. Porsche did P4 and P9, 2 positions in points, within points, and the only Mazda was P8. So what a surprise, I would say, given that I was not sure to win today, because as you have seen, the Toyota TS010 compared to Group C cars is more demanding from a fuel point of view, maybe treats better tires because the level of downforce and handling and dynamics of the car was absolutely stunning at the beginning of the 90s. At that point, aerodynamics, telemetry usage and so on was so advanced that the car was absolutely a proper quick car, managing much better tires usage and handling and behavior on track. But given that had engines ready for Formula 1 with the new rules of Formula 1, I would say at the end there was this acceptable gap, maybe not on the single lap time, sorry, because I forgot one thing. Where the Nissan of Krosnov-Widler was anyway the quickest on track, we were far 1 second full, but at least we were there from a performance point of view. We could have raced much harder and maybe score a better lap time. That, for what I remember, came before the pit stop at the beginning of the race, so was almost a sort of natural improvement of performance while the tank was reducing its weight, and having a lighter car with still good, decent grip available from tires did score a good lap time. But still, I can only say, I must say that the performance was there, much better here than during qualification session before the race. Nonetheless, as you have seen, managing tires and especially fuel with the last evolution of prototypes Group C cars was anyway much harder given the demanding engines that they were. So this also explains how well trimmed, before the arrival of the new rulebooks by Bernie Eccleston, how well trimmed the engines of Group C were, quick enough, fast enough, but controlling very well the fuel usage. Few years later, we are in 91, 92, the cars were Formula 1 covered cars. The meaning of the endurance concept was thrown away, and they were just sprint cars covered with wheels covered. So anyway, we'll follow the classification updated. At least Nissan has lost some points here and there. We are almost finishing the championship here for the All Japan Sport Prototypes Championship, recreated more or less in a short season using all the beautiful racetracks available on the land of the rising sun. But still, maybe we will add an 8th race at the end to do a sort of worldwide Japanese 6 hours, 24 hours, I don't know, maybe we will decide it together. For sure we will decide it together. And for today, the race, that's it. We'll follow the classification updated by manufacturers as said. I can only wish you all the best, to you and to your beloved. Enjoy the summer period, stay very well, and if possible stay in a standing life condition. It's the best wish I can only try to pass through this camera, and we will anyway see each other very soon with something else from the iKeysRacing community. Thank you very much. Arigato. Dankeschön. Merci beaucoup. Obrigado. Grazie and muchas gracias for everything you did so far, new or old subscribers that you are. iKeysRacing channel community will always remain free, so thank you for anyway enlarging the group and building up a beautiful community that has still some polls with few days to vote left, and then we will proceed with another similar theme but different theme for what will be the next appointment on iKeysRacing channel. Anyway, best wishes to you all, stay into keen racing, and see you very soon. For today, that's all. Ciao and thank you again. Arigato, arigato. Ciao and long life to Japan. Ciao, bye bye, see you very soon. Bye.